Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Strange Antiquities. And we're in our third day now. So yeah, let's welcome in our customers. Francesca Robertson, she's a new person. Okay, good afternoon, no, morning, sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. Seems to be the talk of the town already. No. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. So yeah, so in the previous episode it was mentioned that someone had like full black eyes. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. Evocant, let's have a little look for what that could be. Ooh, okay, these stone items weigh the same as a man's heart according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. Okay, so we're getting into the weighing scales now. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay, so we're looking for a stone that weighs a pound, and we don't really have any more information than that currently. So what could it be? Well, we've got, I would say this, or this. So let's just put these... Ugh, okay. I'm going to put these things in this cover, because then when I move to the scales, I should be able to see them in this little nook. There we go, yeah. So let's start with this one. Okay. Why am I having trouble getting you on there? There we go. Okay, so 1 pound. That is too heavy. That one. That's pretty good. And that's too heavy. Okay. So this looks pretty good. Now we know it's got to be all stone. Well, this is stone. Nothing particularly special going on there. Any other characteristics? Stone items weigh the same as a man's heart. Okay, well, you know, that is the right weight. What else? Well, we have a couple of other, I guess, potentials here. So let me just bring these over. It's too heavy. Too heavy. Too light. Okay, I think it's got to be this one, right? There we go. So, I'm kind of running out of space on my identified shelf. So let's start a new one up here, and we'll go with Evocant. Temperance Parker. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop and the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. Shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect, and a Shaddic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Alright, well let's have a look at our symbology book then. Okay, so it doesn't specify what type of symbology it would use. Hey, what was that first page? Did it say Wixie? I can't remember now. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll look through the symbology book and just see if there's anything that jumps out as being protective. Calm, confusion, death, light. Is there a protection one? Ah, there is. It's this kind of two rhombuses joined together. In that case, I think it's this. Now, we know it's not supposed to be made of precious metals. Cheap metal, probably pewter. So I think it's this one. It's got the right symbol for protection, and it's not made of precious metal. So I think it's that. According to that achievement, that was my 10th item. Successfully identified. Put a label on it. Okay, next customer, please. Hugh Langston. There's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Okay, so we're going to take this to our map here. Have a little look at what he's got. So we've got a church. What churches do we have? We have High Green Church number 4, which is there. Don't know if it's that one. The convent, maybe? Number 18? No, definitely not. Undermere Church, 28. There. So this is a church. Okay. There is woods. For a pond with a building, it could be that. Woods, like if you kind of rotate this a little bit. So yeah, longer building there, pond, small building, row of buildings. Church, woods. I think it's that little building to the side there. So let's go in and have a look at that. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond. But it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Interesting. Okay, well I can start putting things down in these little slots as well. Now, have I had anything that kind of makes me think of this yet? Ooh, I can put things in it. So things with like a variety of little nodules. I mean, there's Feels like that's the key, right? I mean, can it be anything? Yeah, okay, it can actually be anything. We want something that's got those right kind of protuberances, I suppose. Which I don't think any of these do. Okay, let's put that away for now. We also have this weird lunar clock, don't we? And I don't know what to do with that yet. So we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Hopefully we'll get some kind of indication. Jupiter watching the candle. That's cool. Okay. Oh, hello. This is Verona again. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house, where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Oshadic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens. Very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleaston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behaviour. But first, I would like a vesiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Vesiger. Have a wee looky. Don't shoot the vesiger. Can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Ah! Cool. Okay, well that's what the candle's going to be for. I think we got it. But let's keep going. There might be other antiquities that have a similar effect. There we go. That would be the vestiger then. Cool. Okay, let's end the day. Now, when I started the episode, I did close the shop and it go to day 2. I thought I'd started the recording there, but it didn't. For some reason, the recording didn't start when I went to check. So all we really missed is the day 2 message. Now, I'll just it seems to be telling an ongoing story. So let's just remind ourselves of the first day's events. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Day 2. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. And then 2 days earlier, the rider and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower, when they made a discovery. Their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. That was like a key to me. After a disagreement between 2 houses, I was buried behind lock and key. It's mysterious. So the first thing I want to do, I want to see if that Kirkhead Tower is on this map that was mentioned in that thing just now. I don't think it is. I think that'll be out in the countryside somewhere. And I don't... Because in the first game, we had kind of... Our map was of like the whole like county, if you like. Whereas here we're focused on the town. So I think that tower was in the county as opposed to Undermere itself. But is there anything that kind of reminds me of Lock and Key? Lock House 7, which is here. Disagreement between 2 houses. What's 13? Keystone Manor. I was buried behind lock and key. So I think perhaps we're looking for... Can I get to that? I think this has got to be it, right? Oh, okay. Interesting. So I get this meter here. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. So because we failed, I've kind of pushed up my... I don't really know. It's not been explained, but let's call it the fear meter for now. Well, what about this? Or... I was buried behind lock and key. I mean, it could be here. That looks like it's like, I don't know. That could be like a burial mound or something. Let's try it. No. So we're pushing this meter up. I'm determined to find this thing. It's going to be... I mean, it could be here. Here we go. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot, in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol, and another item that catches my attention. Ooh. Let's pop you there for now. Start our day. Eli White. So he's the shop owner, isn't he? Well, the shop is still standing, that's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days, and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I could always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Okay. Pop that down there for now. We've got I've just noticed we've got our little protection thing here, haven't we? So that's kind of cool. What I was going to quickly look at is we've got a couple more characters here. So Verona, the occult scholar. Verona Green has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in. She is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. Like I said, she was a central figure in Strange Horticulture. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru, yeah, that was what we did in Strange Horticulture, are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Lovely and British. Okay, we also have the Doctor, Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious accident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbes' fear, and the Sapphire Curse, and she learned that these maladies could be cured. Okay, we also have Jupiter I've not looked at here yet. Jupiter is the thaumaturge's cat. Or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Edith Moore. I am not... Oh, so she's the one who was stealing the necklace because she's wearing the thing we gave. I'm not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Okay, so this time we've got to find something that could... do what she's asking us to. Like, we don't have a specific thing we've got to identify. We've kind of got a condition we've got to try and cure, I suppose. I'm kind of looking for a keyword that stands out, perhaps. Like, she wants to change. I mean, we have truth. That could be a good one, possibly. Eva Kant. Let me read what she said. I want to read what she said again. Banish my inner demons. I have to change, but I don't know how. Okay, so truth is one route, perhaps. Is there like an exorcism one? I mean, she says banish inner demons, doesn't she? Like, I don't know what some of this stuff means. I mean, I'll probably end up looking through the pages to try and get a bit closer to what they mean. But I think I might start with the Eva Kant. We'll just read what that says. There's also wisdom. Let's read what the Eva Kant says. I think, yeah, okay. Doesn't really say... Yeah, those are the key words. I wonder if I just have to go through them. Let's go through it, just kind of see what they say. Memory cannot reside. It's about memory. Kind of for lighting. Binding CB, no. Daedalus link, or Daedalus link. Levitation field. Not what she's after. Doesn't seem right. Seen that. No, she's not after that. Amplify sounds, probably not. Heart chamber. I don't think that's right. The sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warden. Okay. Could be Wolfsong's truth? What is that? Don't know how I would identify that. I don't think it's necessarily what she's after either. Oh, here we go. Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. There we go. This is exactly a horn shackle, which we have identified. So let's pop that away for now. Remind ourselves, I think it's this one. There you go. Eva Kant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not so willing to give up easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Sleep vessel, okay. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thalmic disciplines. Okay, they help people stay awake. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. So it might be a bit unnerving to hold, perhaps. We're looking for a 6-pointed item. That's only 4. There's this. Let's have a look. It's not really pointed, I suppose, is it? It's got gemstones in it. I don't know if that's it. What about this? There is a darkness to it, as though it holds untold fears inside. I think it's this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. I think that's got to be it, right? Okay, let us label this. Altea O'Shea. Well, I've already done my Irish voice. I have to come up with another one. Many years ago, I owned a silent brat. It was already old when I inherited it. Its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Silent breath. Okay. Might be this way. Okay, maybe I don't have it. It might be under something else. Oh, okay, I don't know why. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I didn't. There are those that consider the white hart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. So we're looking for something that has a bit of the stag about it, perhaps. I mean, there's obviously this. Made of clay. I don't suppose it said what they're typically made out of. Okay, so it's going to contain something that's come from an actual white hart. Yeah, it's white paint. Don't know what's in there. Ooh. A white hair. Glass filled with the blue liquid. It's cold to the touch. Makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Allows the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Well, I think that's what the hair standing up is. So I think that's that. Okay. So we've got another one here. Tell you what, let's start it up here. Rufus Shelley.
I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it.
Okay, well, we were just reading about the Daedalus link, but we didn't read it in vast detail, so let's go back. Items are surprisingly light. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, such as a feather or the wings of a bird or an insect. We've got a raven. I'm thinking the raven, but it's an aspect of a bird. It's not... Oh, okay, I've got stuff down here too. Oh, and this as well. Smells like a rotten egg. Okay. Surprisingly light. Okay, so we'll weigh it as well. Let's put the half-pound weight in it. I wouldn't have said that was surprisingly light, if I'm honest. I've got stuff over here as well I kind of forgot about. Does any of it look bird-like? Not really. Also got the bat. I'm not really getting the right vibes off that, don't I? Surprisingly light. He says something about Celestial Branch. What does that say? Oh, okay. There's something, it might potentially have a triangle motif on it. Which that doesn't particularly. I'm drawn to this again. The only thing is, it's not surprisingly light. These were all, I mean, I would have had to weigh these previously. They all were heavier than you would think. Got a feather on it. I haven't failed one yet. I mean... I'm gonna do it. No. Okay. Well, yeah, I suspected that wasn't the right one, and it wasn't, so... Be... Oh, okay. It was the raven. Alright, fine. Bird motif. I thought maybe it had to have actual bits of a bird, but I guess not. It's very light. I mean, I wouldn't have expected that to be heavy. It didn't really occur to me to weigh it, quite honestly. We'll put in Daedalus Link now. Daedalus Link. Oh, Daedalus Lunk. Great name. Oh, Edmund's back.
Yeah, the ravens are back, I see. It looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom, and run anything you find by me first, of course.
Okay. Looks like we've got a new map, which is interesting. Let's have a quick read of these. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn... So this is when we're in there, I guess. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door on the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you're welcome to. Okay. Oh, use the buttons on the left. Okay, cool. So we got a town map and a Gleeston Castle map. Walk past the main staircase. I would say that's the main staircase, and turn left. Go through the door on the left. This one. There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item you're welcome to. Okay, let's have a look. Nope. Great. Oh god, my fear meter's going right up. Okay. I'm missing something. There's nothing labelled as the main staircase, but I would assume it's this. Keep ending up in this room. Courtyard. Walk past them. Maybe walk past the main staircase means to go this way? Past the main... no. Left. Maybe it means all the way here and then left in there. Okay. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Gemstones, their thalamic properties. Cool. Okay, well, we've got a new book. That's good. Can I kind of slot it in my little bookshelf there? I've got a little room there. Cool. Okay. Okay, well, I think we'll maybe do one more day here. I'll pop my little map there. We can archive that note. Let's end the day. So remember, this is telling the tale of the adventurers who were underneath Kirkhead Tower. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. A very small one today, looks like a building. Might be hard to find something that small on the map. We'll give it a go. Okay, let's open up our Undermere map. And if it's to scale, we're going to want to find quite a big building. So it could be a room in here. Could it not? Let's say this is more likely. We've got here. Looks pretty much an exact fit to me. Let's have a look. A portrait of some dead lord a portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Very nice. Now, I've recently taken possession of some new stuff, haven't I? So is there anything that kind of strikes me as something I could maybe put in the lock of this item here? I don't think so. Also, kind of want to move some of this stuff back so I can actually see it. Nope. So we've got some spaces around. Got some little spots down here I can use as well. Okay, let's open up. Hello, Jupiter.
Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I've got to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon.
The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact centre point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. The triangle, pine trees, clearing. Okay, let's have a look at our map. It's got to be this, right? Number 6. Heath Wood. That looks like a triangle to me. It's nice and easy. Sure enough, as I approach the centre of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heath Wood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the centre. Let me archive that. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Look at that. Almost immediately I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants, arranged in a triangular shape. This one's interesting. I'm going to try that in the little clock thing I can make appear. Oh god, I'm running out of space. This one doesn't make any sense here now. I'm going to get another shelf of labelled stuff over there, I think. Okay. Yeah, so let's get you up again. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try. No. Yeah, I can't see anything. I have tried this, haven't I? Okay, let's open up. Gus Foley.
It's been many years since I performed the Rite of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here.
Orford spire. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. A lot to go on there. And I'm thinking of this. It's covered in blood. Raised detailing substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. There's an energy about it. Said to impart vitality and clarity of thought. Okay, I'm going to look up the symbology and see if there's something for vitality. I mean, maybe life, like the sort of infinity sign. I suppose it's got that on it. It's got an eye. Is there anything in the symbology about an eye? Foresight. I mean, that's the first thing I think of, this one. Let's try it. There we go. The 2 other points of the item are visible in the sketch. Oh, yeah. Closer inspection reveals dried blood. Yeah. Good. Where should we put you? Let's put you up there.
I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. Only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lilian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me.
Guise of Lilian. Don't know why I said Guise. Guise of Lilian. It's not French. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognised. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. Kind of like, yes, almost like a fossil. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lilian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Well, there is an obvious one that I can think of for this. If I can just see it, I think it might be this one. A fossilized creature of some sort, set in stone. Hard and ridged. And there's a slight out-of-body feeling, like my hands belong to someone else. So yeah, so it said something about losing sense of self, didn't it? So let's say it's that. There we go. So let's pop you over here. Nice. Okay. Ding ding. Rebecca Rose. Hello? Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Don't know why I'm going Irish. I meant to go Scottish. Do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specialises in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I'll never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Okay, so Ares Remnant or Spirit Eye. What one is most suitable? Objects induce a form of synesthesia where colours and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions such as miners. The gemstones in an Ares Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Okay. Well, that sounds not too bad. What was the other one? Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believe them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. That one sounds like a little bit Lovecraftian, I think. But the Ares Remnant, we're looking for something with gemstones in that kind of dogleg pattern. Let's have a look. Hang on, I'm going to put this down because I think it's obstructing something. I would say that. It's upside down, but I think that works to me. Dark. I actually am gonna look up the. Oh, that's not the one. The gemstones, and just see if these purple gemstones. Stone of Containment. Ooh, dark stone for dark purposes. Yeah, I don't know what type of purple stone it is. I mean, it's either this one, Calming Stone of Peace and Safety, dark bluish purple, or actual purple, Stone of Containment. I think it's the Stone of Containment. Oh, dark purple. Okay, so it's the yeah. I think this is it, and I think it's like the safe option of the two. Yeah. Let's hang you might still have room on this shelf. Who's next? Clarence Hawker.
Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and the other fella, fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky round here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the night's drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind.
Sunbond. Okay, that's a new one. Small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Well, I think it might be the light bluey glowy one. This one. Because it's iron, so it's non-precious metal. It is slightly warm to the touch. Doesn't really give off any particular feelings. I think it's that one. It's not. Oh. Got a bit carried away with myself there. A small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. Maybe I should look up what colour the gemstone of light is. I thought it was like a light-emitting gemstone, but I guess maybe not. Yes, that was the first page. The sunstone, so it's going to be amber. I think. Yeah, so we're looking for something that's got an amber stone in it. So it could be this. Orange gemstone, wood. It is made of gold, though. It says non-precious metal. It's pinkish and bronze. Oh, what about this? Amber. Bronze. I don't think bronze counts as a precious metal. And it feels warm. Okay, so I think it's that then. Yeah, bronze isn't precious metal. I think it's kind of restricted to silver, gold, platinum, that kind of thing. Okay. Where should we put you? Any room? The inn? There we go. Who else we got? This is someone new. Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grim in the coming days. Now, we read about these before. I can't remember them, though. Oh, okay. Various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. Eerie creations. They're worn, so probably a pendant. What else have I got in a pendant? I kind of gather my pendants in one place. Okay, so look, in the gemstones, stone of death and decay. Night and dark. There was one that was for death. So have I got anything with like a dark blue-green gem? Again, we come back to the thing it's worn. Where's this thing? It's got three things on it. It's got dark green, pale yellow, and black. Does that relate to this? So protection, judgment, death. myself with the colours on this thing now. Pale yellow. So I think that was the strength. We've got dark green and black. Dark green and black. Night and darkness. Some who fear it, some are seduced by it. And what's... Oh, fire and fury. Dark green. Stone of sight. I feel like this... Now, what else did it say? Don't know if that's that helpful. I think it might be the fact it's got 3 things on it is making me think it's this. I don't know if it's particularly eerie is the only thing. Is this. Green marble. Okay, well, I'm going to go with this. No, okay. So what are these symbols? It's kind of like a circle pointed up, triangle pointed down. Phosphorus, and looks a bit like antimony. Nothing to kind of suggest that's what I'm looking for here. Cold. That's it, isn't it? Triangle pointed down. So it's not that. Heat and cold, interesting. There was something that said there were opposing things carved into it. It was what one of the other ladies was here for that. I can't remember what was the other thing she was looking for. I could probably identify it, to be fair. It was on this side. It was Spirit Eye, I think. Yeah, I think that's a Spirit Eye, judging by the opposing thing. So I'm going to go out on a limb. Doesn't help us with this customer in particular, but you know, it's good to identify stuff, isn't it? So oh, I'm getting quite high up on my fear meter. Let's read that again. What was she asking for? I've forgotten. Holgen Grim, wasn't it? Okay, let's have a look at the pictures. Is there anything in the picture that kind of gives it away? Oh, it could be a mask. Worn. Oh, I bet it's this. Dark blue-green gemstone. It's clay painted to look like bone. Hard and somewhat rough. Nothing to remark. Sense of foreboding, yes. This dark green blue gemstone, that's the sort of what I think of as the bad one at the back. It's death and decay. Yeah, I think it's this. Mask is an eerie item that can be worn. Sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the... Okay, I'll do that after this. The gemstone is a Vivianite, a stone of death. Okay. Okay, well, let me label this first. So using the index, there was Holgen. Okay. Or Holgar. Oh, okay. Holgar wielding his twin axes. Wolf Song and Fearbring. Okay. It might relate to some other stuff that he's wearing at some point, so we'll have to try and remember to use the index in that manner. But that's good. There we go. We shall leave it there for now. I'll just say thanks very much for watching this episode of Strange Antiquities. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, if you could leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts on the game are so far. And if you have enjoyed it, if you could also hit the like button, that would be amazing. Big thanks, as ever, to our channel members. Very much appreciated how you guys have signed up and are supporting the channel. If anyone else is interested in, among other benefits and perks, just kind of getting future episodes of this series or any other series that I run on this channel ahead of time before they're publicly available, yeah, by all means check it out. That'd be fantastic. As would be subscribing to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.